So you're gearing up for your OSHA 30. You've probably heard the stories, right? That it's some kind of monster course. But look, we're going to flip that script today. Getting your OSHA 30 isn't about being the smartest person on the job site, not at all. It's about having the right strategy for a very, very long course. It's an endurance game, and I'm going to show you exactly how to win it.
Okay, let's just get right to the big question everyone asks me. The one you're probably wondering right now. Is the OSHA 30 actually hard?
The short answer? Nope, it really isn't. It's not designed to trick you or make you feel dumb. But is it long? Oh yeah, absolutely. We're talking 30 hours of material. That's a huge commitment, and that right there is the real challenge. And that leads me to maybe the single most important piece of advice you're going to get. You have to treat this thing like a marathon, not a sprint. I've seen so many people try to cram it all into one long weekend, and you know what happens? They just completely burn out. You need a game plan. Now, before we get into the strategy, let's be super clear on who this course is even for. The OSHA 30, it's really for supervisors, foremen, anyone who has safety responsibilities. It's a much deeper dive than the 10-hour course because this isn't just about keeping yourself safe anymore. It's about learning how to protect your entire crew.
All right, every game has rules, and if you know them, you've got a massive advantage. So let's break down the key numbers you got to know before you even log in for the first time.
First up, the target. You need to score at least a 70% on that final exam to pass. That's it. It's a clear goal, and it's totally doable. Next, your safety net. You get 3 shots at passing the final exam. So hey, if the first try doesn't go so great, you can take a breath, review your notes, and go at it again. No need to panic. And finally, the clock. You have 180 days. That's a full 6 months from the day you sign up to finish the whole thing. That is plenty of time to pace yourself and not go crazy. Okay, now this next part, it might sound like a bad thing at first, but I promise you, it's actually your biggest strategic advantage. I'm talking about the 7.5-hour rule. You heard that right. OSHA literally will not let you binge watch this course. Federal rules say you can only spend a maximum of 7.5 hours in the training each day before it locks you out. And honestly, this rule is a blessing in disguise. It forces you to take a break, which is so important for preventing that burnout we talked about. Your brain actually needs that downtime to soak in all the information, so it genuinely helps you remember stuff better. And of course, it makes you stick to that marathon pace. All right, let's talk about the exam itself. A lot of people worry about trick questions, but here's the secret. They aren't trying to test your IQ. It's not a problem-solving test. They are only testing one thing. Did you memorize the specific details from the course? Here's a perfect example. Common sense tells you, hey, stay away from a power line. Duh, right? But OSHA isn't testing common sense. They're testing if you know this standard. The question isn't going to be, should you stay away? It's going to be, what is the minimum required distance? So you'll see a question that looks exactly like this. The answer isn't something you can just reason your way through. It's a specific number, 10 feet, that you have to remember from the training. That's the trick, just knowing the exact number from the regulation.
So, pro tip, you need to pay extra attention during the really dense technical modules. I'm talking health hazards, confined spaces, lockout/tagout, that stuff. These sections are just packed with numbers and specific rules, and it's really easy to zone out. This is where taking good notes is going to save you.
So, how in the world are you supposed to memorize all these little details without going nuts? Well, that brings us to the big finale of our strategy, your secret weapon for crushing this exam. And the best part? It's not a secret at all. It's hiding in plain sight. So what is it? What's the single most powerful, most effective tool you have for passing this thing? It's the tools your training provider gives you. Just about every provider offers free PDF study guides, little quizzes at the end of each section, and practice tests. These are not just suggestions, people. They are literally your roadmap to passing. And here it is. This is the single most important piece of advice I can give you. Whatever you do, do not skip the optional review questions or the practice quizzes. Why? Because a lot of the time, those questions are pulled from the exact same question bank as the final exam. Sometimes they're word for word the same. You're basically getting a free preview of the test. Don't skip them. So let's bring it all home. Remember the theme, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Use that 7.5-hour rule. Take good notes on all those specific numbers. And for goodness sakes, use the study guides and quizzes they give you. You do that, and you'll pass, I promise.
And this is the prize at the finish line. After all that hard work, you're going to earn your official Department of Labor card. And it's not just a piece of plastic, It's proof of your commitment, and it opens up a lot of doors.
But look, passing the test and getting the card, that's really just the beginning. The real work starts now. The goal isn't just to have a card in your wallet, it's to be a real safety leader. So I'll leave you with this question. How are you going to use what you learned to build a real culture of safety on your job site? If you want some help with that, make sure you subscribe so you can check out our review of the top 5 online OSHA providers.